Good afternoon. I know there are more tribal leaders out there. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. To the Honorable NCAI President, the Tribal Chairman of Indian Nations, and to the Board of NCAI, Puyanapuk, thank you very much for allowing me to provide some remarks this afternoon. And a special recognition to the tribes of the Colorado region for being such gracious hosts to all of us that have come far and near to your beautiful lands. Now, I had prepared remarks, and I struggled with them on the way over here from AFN. I just arrived from Alaska, and so I retooled them. Nedra, I'm sorry, I'm already going off script. But my name is Tara Kajik Sweeney, and I'm honored to come to you today as the Assistant Secretary for Indian Affairs at the Department of Interior. With me today, we have the Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary, John Tsuda. Many of you know John. He has been a beacon inside Indian Affairs and has run that organization and provided leadership for over a year. And I want to acknowledge and thank you for that leadership, John. I also have with me today Deputy Assistant Secretary for Policy and Economic Development, Mark Cruz. And I don't know where he disappeared to. He's back here. Mark, come on up here, please. And many of you know Mark from his work on the Hill. Mark is serving as part of the leadership team inside of Indian Affairs. Also with us today is someone that I have profound respect for and certainly support the hard work that his department is doing inside of Indian Affairs, and that's the Director for Office of Justice Services, Charlie Addington. We have several members of our staff here. Liz Apple, many of you may know her. Obviously, Praynell Alfred and Nedra Darling. And Praynell, Nedra, Liz, I think that's it. That are here Tyler Fish, to provide support and answer questions or information that you may need with respect to the different issues that you have. But today marks the 75th year of NCAI, an organization founded by our ancestors from north to south, from east to west, to unify our leaders, our native nations, in the lifelong struggle of exercising our right to self-determination as Indian people. Back home in my ancestral lands, we honor our leaders that provided for our people, our leaders that are dedicated to the bowhead whale hunt, that meet the criteria we believe that the bowhead whale gives itself to our most honorable leaders. That is what I think of as I think of the tribal nations that 75 years ago set this national organization in motion to convene, to debate, to teach, and to pursue a better future for every Indian child. So I thank you. Thank you to all of those leaders of your Indian nations. We are standing on their shoulders today. Today also marks my 80th day as your Assistant Secretary. Yes, my 80th day. Before I discuss our work together in Indian Affairs, I come here today as my Aka, as I said, May, Amala Panagil, and my Inuit elders and leaders of the North Slope of Alaska would require of me. And that is to introduce myself to you. I'm an Inuit Eskimo from Alaska's North Slope in the 49th state. I was raised in the post-era of the congressionally enacted Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act. an experiment by the federal government that terminated 7 Alaska-based reservations at the time, one of which was located in my hometown of Mclean. Instead, the experiment deeded 12% of Alaska's lands to native corporations, which are very similar to tribal corporations. Today, more than 200 native corporations exist side by side with more than 200 tribal nations in my home state. And after 40 years since its enactment, like many federal actions about Indian people, there are great outcomes and always unintended consequences. Every generation since my home tribe was recognized under the 1936 Indian Reorganization Act and since the Land Claims Settlement Act of 1971, they have dedicated themselves and they have dedicated their life's work to expanding good outcomes and mitigating unintended consequences. I was educated at Cornell University, and I was raised, mentored, and employed by our native organizations, both corporate and tribal, during our post-land claims settlement era. I witnessed our tribal and village leadership, our tribal and corporate business leaders focusing on efforts to forward greater and greater self-determination, each with different tools, all with one goal: the well-being of our Dept people. I'm an enrolled member of my tribe, the Dept community of the Arctic Slope, and the native village of Barrow. And like every tribal member here today, I will do my best to do work in a good way, in an honorable way, and in a communal way. Like I said, this is my 80th day as your Assistant Secretary, and I can tell you it's been a hectic past 2 months. As Indian people, we have a natural distrust of institutions, and for good reason. And what I can tell you after these 80 days is I need you and your leadership more than ever in order to effectuate change. For me, the Inuit way is to build trust, to connect directly to you, together, to connect in person, together. In Inuit, it's called a tauchiku. We will prove difficult. That will prove difficult, since as you know, as my time as Assistant Secretary, it's limited. I understand my lifespan as your Assistant Secretary and the political landscape. So my time here is limited. We have a certain amount of time together to maximize my term as your advocate to facilitate your knowledge and priorities within our federal government. And to do that as Native people, we must come to know each other and your issues quickly. Some issues may fall within the executive branch where Indian Affairs is at, and where I can effectively advocate inside the administration. Others will fall within the legislative work of Congress, and still others will require the pursuit of the courts. I would like to welcome our tribal leaders in this room to connect efficiently while I am at Indian Affairs. We have only so much time together. Identify your top priorities. Identify how Indian Affairs at the Department of Interior can advance those priorities. Help me. Organize regionally or organize around an issue so that we can host roundtables on your priorities. I welcome you to DC so that we can stand on our traditional ways of reaching understanding and knowing by being with each other, sharing our knowledge together, breaking bread. While I'm here, I would like to provide an update on some of the priorities that I have been involved with so far. The first one, is economic development. Last month, we signed an MOU with the Commerce Department and Tourism Association, IENTA, to strengthen travel and tourism based on Indian priorities. We also awarded $400,000 to 12 tribes through the Native American Business Development Institute. I welcome tribes to explore programs Indian Affairs offers and other federal agencies that bring opportunities to our Indian communities. We are in a tough economic environment where federal dollars are tight. Let's work together to bring resources and solutions to our people and our communities. 2, domestic violence and, justice. As I met with members of the United States Senate throughout my confirmation process, I heard the concerns of the needs for tools to protect our vulnerable children. For years, Indian country has lacked access to important criminal and civil databases. I am proud to announce that with the support of the Secretary, I authorized the funding for the expansion of the Tribal Access Program to the Bureau of Indian Affairs. This will make the future of justice in Indian country stronger. Performing background checks is a critical step in protecting our precious Native children in foster care, and tribal communities served by the BIA will benefit from access to the extensive public safety tool. We are thankful for the Department of Justice for operating the Tribal Access Program, TAP, and working with us to provide access to BIA sites. I just want to quickly explain the breadth of this impact. The TAP will be available at all 28 BIA, OJS, law enforcement, and detention service centers by 2020. And in a major development, next year TAP kiosks will be installed at 3 BIA, OJS agency locations for dedicated purposes of vetting foster parents for tribes in their service areas, pursuant to the requirements under the Native American Children's Safety Act of 2016. Protecting our children is a priority of mine inside of Indian Affairs. 3, the Indian Child Welfare Act. We've seen this in the news recently because a court decision this month on Mclean versus Zinke. In response to that decision, I issued a public statement that said, the Department of Interior strongly opposes any diminishment of ICWA's protections for Indian families, Indian children, and tribes. The department will continue to work with tribes and states to implement ICWA moving forward. We reiterate our support for ICWA's goals of ensuring the safety of Indian children, maintaining Indian families, and promoting tribal sovereignty. 4, I have also made it a priority to develop a path forward that will increase the budget transparency and accountability within our administration, within our administrative structure, that will strengthen BIE's ability to supervise resource priorities by either building in-house capability or directly procuring services with full accountability for the results. We will be providing greater detail in a breakout session that will be led by Mark Cruz later this week. And that's important because when I was at my confirmation hearing, I heard from the Indian Affairs Committee that there was grave concern about the Bureau of Indian Education, its service delivery to our Indian students, and the concern that it would continue to remain on the GAO, OIG high-risk list. And I wanted to tackle that the minute that I hit the ground running inside of Indian Affairs. And so what I did was I pulled together the leadership inside of Indian Affairs with any division that discussion on how we can better deliver services to our children in Indian country. And so that work continues, and Mark Cruz will expound upon that at that breakout session. So in closing, as I reflect upon my first 80 days, I will share with you that there are some fantastic people working inside Indian Affairs to deliver services to our people. There are some changes or some alignments that need to be made, but those alignments will not be done unless Indian country is consulted. And I took this job because of the commitment that I received from Secretary Zinke, his commitment to Indian country and working on behalf of Native people, Native organizations throughout this nation to move the needle in Indian country for economic development and growth, but also to ensure that sovereignty means something. I want to extend my gratitude to the NCAI leadership and to the tribal membership. I take my trust responsibility seriously, and I am committed to working to advocate for the interests of our people inside the administration across every federal department. In my confirmation hearing, I committed to breaking down barriers to our progress, to bringing our voices to the table, to consult and to hear directly from you. In the next 30 days, I will be issuing a tribal leader letter to facilitate and solicit feedback, recommendations, and solutions on how Indian Affairs can improve service delivery, where we can find efficiencies. I welcome your feedback. Progress and improvements can only happen in partnership. And finally, in addition to my call for tribes and tribal organizations to organize regional or by issue area, based on the roundtables I would like to have in DC, I also call on every tribe to send me your tribal nation flag to ensure that every tribe is represented in the Hall of Tribal Nations at the Department of Interior. There are currently approximately 150 tribal flags there now. I would like to see the missing 423 missing flags flying all in unity. I walk down that hall every day, and I want folks inside the Department of Interior to see what I see and to feel what I feel as they walk down that hallway, and that's pride. And I want to proudly represent every single tribal nation in the country through their flags down that hallway. Thank you very much.